Hello. Okay, we're going to work on this project, which is located at 42 to 44 Chamberlain Avenue, Rose Bay in Sydney. And this is currently two houses from built in the 1960s, and they are very weird and very ugly. And we're doing a full renovation of the project. So I'm going to open actually a 3D model of this, which will clarify um, the task for today. The project itself, we have it is pretty much developed, and the construction plans are almost done. We need to do some detailing, but today we need to update two sets of documents. One is the give me 1 second. One is the landscape plan, and second is the driveway sections and the driveway block. So I'm gonna go in a second to what we need to do. Give me 1 sec. Where's the 3D? Okay, this is an old 3D model, so the building is not like that anymore. So that octagon that you were looking in here is this building now, and basically what we're doing is we got an approval to do a carport and another carport in here, which actually opens straight to the street. That means that we have to do some crossing on the street. One will be enlarging this one and moving this power post, and the other one is creating this driveway. Now, if I go to the street view, you will see in a second. If I go to the street view, okay, in here we're going to build a new carport, and it's a full renovation. And on this corner we're gonna build the other. In fact, yeah, in on this we're gonna build the other carport, for which we need to do a crossing across the grass. Now, there are two folders, one called PDF and one called AutoCAD. Let's go with the PDF first. This file 77 MRM is the version 77, and MRM is the name of the person who did the drawings, uh, who is in the Czech Republic, another Spanish guy. Then the driveway crossing, this is taken from an old file, and I've been dealing with the officer in council, and he's happy with my sketches on this, but we need to update this in AutoCAD. I did it with a software called Bluebeam, which is this one, and I actually move all these lines and everything. I can do it from within the PDF. He's happy, but we need to update a few things on the drawings, so we are not in trouble with the losing information. And then we have a landscape, same thing. I did a sketch over an old plan from the approval process, and then I start putting like circles and stuff to discuss with the what's the name, the landscape consultant, and we need to update this on the plans. So let's go now to the gonna open this with Bluebeam. It's much better, yeah. So you see that actually all this I just did it in the PDF and all the annotation. Well, if we go to the CAD file, we have this 77 is this file only with CAD, is the file, the main file, the file we're working now. But in this one, we haven't updated the landscape plan, and we haven't updated the driveway. Now, the driveway comes from an old file, and we were using external reference, which is this one. If I open this one, you see the information, all this stuff, driveway, ramp grade, everything, and the sections and all this stuff. Now, what we need to do is to get this information, these annotations, and the sections we need to copy these sections and put them into the new file 77. And also this one, make a block and put it in the file 77. How? If we go to 77, which is this file, this is the main file, you will see in here the main plans, in here the reflecting ceiling plans, and then we have two other columns that we're not using. These are elevations, these are sections, and then we have some other specific drawings. Now the landscape will do it here. Sorry, here. Hydraulic roof, hydraulic ground. This will be for landscape. Yeah. So what we do is we copy the landscape. We need to use the roof plan. So we copy this one, and we come here from where we copy, from this corner. Okay. Okay. And we don't need the grids, and we will need the block that goes across this block, and this block goes across the this one, sorry, this one goes around the building. We copy this one and we come here, bam. Okay, now, and we do the landscape here. Then we need to do the driveway, and the driveway will use the ground floor, because we need to show the carport. So we use this one, but we hide all the annotations. All this we don't need it. Joinery and the services and everything, we don't need it. And we copy this one, and we don't need, yeah. And we're gonna work on them in here. In here. Yeah. Yeah. Then we also need the front elevation. The front elevation is this one. So we copy the front elevation. And we're gonna need these small sections. This one we can just copy them. In fact, we can do something like this. We can put them close together. Should be fine. And bring them into this file. We can copy them here, for example. Sorry. We can put the sections in there. So we have the front elevation, we have the plan, and I go now to refresh your memory. In here we have you see the carports, which is the ground floor, with the annotations of the driveway, as existing rails, blah blah blah. Then the new crossing, which is this one, and it has to be parallel to the street with this cut. Then this one, instead of before we had it straight like that, and then it's 45 degrees in here, and then there is this little bit. Okay, council want us to do it parallel to the street, and the distance 250 mil inside, 250 mil inside. So there is a 5 meters separation between this, is at least 14, 250, can be more. and this one is is 8 meters, at least 8 meters from this corner, which is the boundary, and wherever it gets here, I know it doesn't get to the very end, but it's a politic thing. Then there is annotations that have to be specific for this, you know, the ramp. These dashed lines represent the change of slope. So all this, we need to reuse it. So in reality, the only thing we need to do is to move these lines so they are parallel and with the distance I just mentioned. You see also that you have the symbol saying where it's cutting for the sections. So we have one here, and we can reuse the same. With the only difference is, as I did on the PDF, on the sections, that the cut goes 50 mil lower. So this line, which is a straight line, I did it 50 mil lower, right? On this little bit. And the reason, because the car, which is this logo here, scratch. So refresh your memory. If I go to, this is just to represent the distance between the carports. This now will be a bit rotated because it doesn't go parallel to the carport but diagonally. Okay, in here, you see I did this line to show to the officer and he was happy. And the line was representing the street, the car on the street. So I did it like this, and I showed to him dropping this corner but maintaining the rest of the points. He's happy. So yeah, we need to then, because this has a specific thickness, but push down according to this point the whole curve. Okay, and just copy this one. So then we jump onto the, oh, that's 12 minutes already, my god, it's a pain. We go back to CAD. So what we need is to, taking from this old drawing, revision E02, all the information we need to this drawing 77, then create with the same naming of plans, the plan 400, 401, 402, and the way you do that is just copy one layout, duplicate the layout, and create the layout as per the PDF shown with the same. Oh, where is the title block? What the hell is the title block? Give me 1 second. Okay, now it was my mistake. Yeah, the title block is in here. Okay, so just copy the viewport, and please, we normally have the layouts. It has a system of turning on and turning off. So I think that if you just copy the ground floor, which is A102, I think with that should be fine. Yeah, to do the driveway, and to do, if you copy this presentation, this layout, and then aim to where we have the other what's the name, the other plan in the model instead of this one, even though it's just a copy, and we just copy from the other file all the annotations, rotating the driveway, and also of course just aim to show more in this. I know that doesn't fit everything, but you need to move the building so it shows the street and the relevant part somewhere here. So then when we glue the context around the building, which is a block, it will show clearly will be the street. Okay. Now we have to do the same with the landscape, and for the landscape in the drawing CAD, the desktop CAD, we have all these JPEGs, and also you have the drawing landscape. So basically what we need to do is copy the annotation referring to the palm tree and some bush plants, all these things, and this logo and these symbols, which is the planting we're proposing, and create the same page in the new drawing, because you see it has an old logo, and also the legend you should use for the legend. If we go here, you have all legends in here. This will be the hydraulic, just this one, and then you create a similar legend using this format with all these items that you just saw on the other drawing. Let's create a new legend, this one, and then just copy the images. Ideally, you copy the images from within the layout. Once you create the layout, you copy the images there. These ones are missing, and then in here we're gonna have another image, which is another different palm tree, but I do that. I put the palm tree in a second. Okay, this palm tree, not this one, is a different palm tree. I give you an image of this palm tree, and the point of doing all this, you can ignore this PDF. So the only changes you need to worry. So this can be exactly the same plan with the new logo and the legend as per the other layouts. The notes, just copy the notes. Try to find this logo within the current file instead of copying the logos, because then it will be a mess with the blocks. But you can easily find it, and use the roof plan we're using, because it's slightly different. But the only difference that we change in this pan in here. Now, one thing is that in Sydney they go crazy with the removing trees, because it's a big city and they want to keep all the trees, so we have to get a big permit. And we have a palm tree like this one right here. This is the center of the palm tree, but we need to put the carport. So we got the council to agree with us on moving the palm tree in here. So now this is the palm tree. But what we're going to do now is go again to council and ask if we can plant this palm tree in here, in this planter box, okay, where the green dot is. And we're gonna get rid of all this planting. This planting we put it here on a kind of well organized in here. And have in mind, please, that this drawing PDF is all, remember, all logo. And now this configuration is different, so yeah, we need to put the planting in here. Okay, it's confusing, but it will be it's a challenging project to start. I'll be tomorrow available to discuss, and my suggestion is that you start with the driveway and updating this block. No, this is actually not file. No, updating. Sorry, yeah, this block. So the changes you do on the driveway, you do it from the block, which was going to be something like this, and then you do this like that, and then like that, and then all the annotation you put on top of the block. But the actual profile of the driveway will change. This one will change also the angle, and also 250 inwards. So the driveway is only 5 meters. right? And the other thing will come like this, and then this will be pointing to the center of the carport, etc., etc., etc. So you do it right. This one and copy, which is gonna be here. And then we have the landscape, which is moving this palm tree from the roof plan, this one. Now we want it here. Okay. Okay, and then you have the CTV that I sent to you yesterday. So I like you to publish in PDF the whole thing. Even if you don't finish whatever, it doesn't matter. If you don't finish, you probably won't go, you won't finish. But whatever you get, which will be at least setting up the layouts, and doesn't matter really the drawing, it has to be on the layout, and then publish the whole PDF using the CTV. Okay, cheers and good luck. Bye bye.